Final T20I of the series. It seems like a mismatch after that last contest, but can Sri Lanka stun a surprise to India at a venue where they have beaten the hosts before? 5 things to watch out for from the last game of this series on ESPNcricinfo Matchday with Sanjay Bangar. So I've got the former India all-rounder and the former Indian batting coach with me. Let's get straight into what our talking points are. At number 5, we've got the possible return of Angelo Matthews. Now, he was picked in this series, such an experienced player, a former captain, but no place for him in the T20Is. Even the first one that would have been played at Guwahati, they didn't pick Matthews. Look at his numbers, and you'd think that just as a strike rate, there could be a question mark, but the experience of Angelo Matthews could come in an otherwise inexperienced lineup for Sri Lanka. And you compare him to Isru Udana, who picked up a back injury while fielding in Indore. You think maybe that would just be the opening Angelo Matthews needs to come back into this side. He's not been much of a bowler in recent times, but Angelo Matthews, would he feature in this series at Pune? We'll find out. At number 4, we've got a larger issue on the Sri Lankan top order. If you look at how the strike rates go for the top 3 batsmen in T20I since Jan 2019, you see Sri Lanka second from bottom, Sanjay Bangar, with a strike rate of just under 117. Not good signs, and perhaps it illustrates the fact that do they need experience or do they need to play differently from what you saw in Indore?
It's crucial that the best batsmen in your particular side bat and you push them higher up the order. So if you look at India, definitely they have the best top 3 in the world. Australia, they are very good at the top. So you require your best batsman batting in the top 3. So I think Sri Lanka is erring that it's not that Angelo Matthews is going to bat in top 3, but they actually very quickly have to find out 2 other batsmen. They already have a Kusal Perera in top 3, but they have to quickly find 2 other batsmen who can actually fit the bill and settle this Sri Lankan combination into a formidable T20 side.
Alright, now India have actually made some changes to their top 3. We'll come to that in a bit, but at number 3, we've actually got Wanindu Hasaranga as a potential key player for Sri Lanka, and a very decent shift put in by the leg spinner in the last game as well in what was a losing cause. Imagine if he had some runs to play with, because Hasaranga has had a very good start to his T20I career, 14 wickets from 10 matches, does a decent economy at just around 8. That could get better if he keeps going, and the best of 3 for 21. He was the man of the series in that thrilling win in Pakistan. And then we look at our next talking point, and that is going to be whether India continue to experiment with their batting order. And I don't know if this is called an experiment or whether this is, or was it a one-off in the last game, looking at a small chase, Sanjay Bangar, or was it something that, or is it something that India are looking at with the T20 World Cup, potentially Kohli slipping into a number 4 role?
Well, I think it's a long call. We can't really deduce a lot from that particular shift. But what is actually the underlying thought behind that promotion would have been that at times Shreyas Iyer has actually batted out of position in T20 cricket, wherein he had to go number 5 or number 6 when Shivam Dube and Rishabh Pant had been promoted up the order. So probably give him some game time, because he's somebody who's in good nick, and you'd require a batsman who is batting well to at least have some game time under his belt.
Alright, and finally, can Sri Lanka stage what's looking like an unlikely comeback? Now, it's a short series, it's the shortest format, so maybe all they need is a couple of things going their way. But as we look at what the MCA Stadium in Pune has to offer, in the IPL 2018, where 6 T20 matches were played, that was the last decent T20 cricket played at this ground, and that's 174 as an average first innings score, which is not bad. The chasing team won 4 out of those 6 matches. And as far as pacers go, the economy rate is over 8.5. Spinners, economy rate just about 8. Now we look at fond memories for Sri Lanka from this venue, because they blew India away on what was a green top in 2016, and they dismissed the host for just 101. Kasun Rajitha picked up a number of wickets that day. Now, can we expect a similar surface this time of year in Pune? And what will it take for Sri Lanka to just get a few things going for them if they are to trouble India?
Well, for starters, I feel that the surface will be batting friendly, because you saw in the test match against South Africa, wherein India played recently, it was aiding a fast bowlers quite a lot, because at that particular time there was rains around, and it had rained quite a lot in Pune. But now I think by the time January, the wickets would have settled and you would expect a batting friendly track. And again, I think the cause for Sri Lanka to address is their top order. If they get their top order right, then we would have a contest at hand. Otherwise, it would be a one-way traffic all over again.
Yeah, we saw that in Indore. Many thanks to Sanjay Bangar for his time and his thoughts. India 1-0 up. They'll be looking for another T20I series win at home. Sri Lanka, can they spring a bit of a surprise in Pune? We'll find out. We'll review it all, of course, on ESPNcricinfo Matchday.